Paycom, and it's his 40th 30-point game.
The MVP race just got real, and if Sunday night was any indication, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander isn't just in the conversation, he might be leading it. The Oklahoma City Thunder didn't just beat the Denver Nuggets. They made a statement, steamrolling the defending champs with a commanding 127-103 victory. And at the center of it all, SGA putting on yet another masterclass. We've seen him dominate before, but this game felt different. It wasn't just another big night for Shai, it was the kind of performance that forces everyone to take notice. The kind of night where MVP voters start rethinking their ballots. The kind of night that shifts the power balance in the West. Meanwhile, Nikola Jokić and the Nuggets, they didn't just lose, they got outplayed, outworked, and outclassed. Was this just an off night for the Nuggets, or is OKC proving that they're legit title contenders? Let's break it all down, the 5 biggest takeaways from this game, what it means for the MVP race, and how this could shake up the entire Western Conference. 2 days ago, Nikola Jokić had the entire league buzzing. A 30-20-20 game had something straight out of a video game, but basketball doesn't care about what you did yesterday. It's about what you can do tonight, and against OKC, Jokic's night took a turn for the worse. Early in the first quarter, he fell hard after a collision with Isaiah Hartenstein, landing awkwardly on his already banged-up elbow. And from that moment on, you could tell he just wasn't the same. Usually Jokić is the guy who makes tough shots look effortless. But against the Thunder, everything felt like a grind. He finished with 22 points but shot just 10 for 23 from the field. Denver needed their superstar at his absolute best, but instead they got a version of Jokić that looked uncomfortable, frustrated, and, dare I say, human. Meanwhile, OKC saw their opening and took full advantage, controlling the tempo and forcing the Nuggets into tough possessions all night long. If you're going up against the Thunder, you better bring size, toughness, and a whole lot of physicality because they're going to test you. That's what makes Aaron Gordon such an important piece for Denver. He's their best perimeter defender, a strong interior presence, and one of the few guys who can match OKC's relentless energy. But 7 minutes into the game, gone just like that. Gordon left with calf tightness, and suddenly the Nuggets had a major problem. Without him, Denver's defense collapsed like a house of cards in a storm. They had to turn to Zeke Nnaji for minutes, and while Nnaji is solid, he's not Aaron Gordon. That meant more defensive pressure on Jokić, more scrambling from Denver's wings, and a whole lot of open looks for the Thunder shooters. The result? OKC took full advantage. They drove into the paint at will, found open shots, and made the Nuggets look slow and out of sync. Gordon's absence wasn't just a setback, it was the breaking point that turned this game into a rout. At this point, we're running out of ways to describe what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is doing. He's not just playing like an MVP, he's dominating like one. The MVP chants that echoed through the arena. They weren't just hype, they were earned. SGA put up a masterclass against the defending champs, 40 points in just 35 minutes, shooting with surgical precision. He wasn't just scoring, he was everywhere. 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks, including an absolute statement rejection on Nikola Jokić that sent the crowd into a frenzy. His game is pure efficiency. No wasted movement, no unnecessary flash, just elite-level decision-making and killer instinct. He's now scored 20 or more in 58 straight games, leading the entire league in scoring while still playing high-level defense. And here's the kicker, even Jokić himself had to tip his hat, saying, he doesn't complicate things, he knows what he needs to do, and he's leading the team. That's high praise from a 3-time MVP. And it speaks volumes. This wasn't just another big night for Shai. This might have been the night that cemented his MVP case. Let's be real. The Thunder aren't just contenders at this point. They might be the team to beat in the Western Conference. Think about this. After this statement win, they're sitting at 52-11. That's not just first place. That's a 12-game lead over the Nuggets and Lakers. In a season where the West has been a battleground, OKC has separated itself from the pack. And it's not just because of Shai. This team's depth is legit. Jalen Williams had a monster night, 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists, showing that even when SGA takes a breather, the Thunder don't slow down. Their defense, elite. Their chemistry, unmatched. Their ability to close out games, that's what makes them truly dangerous. We're no longer talking about an exciting young team that's overachieving. We're talking about a team that has every piece necessary to win it all. We all know Nikola Jokić is a generational talent, but even he can't do everything on his own, and against OKC, it became painfully clear he needs more help. Michael Porter Jr. had his moments, finishing with an impressive 24 points and 15 rebounds, but the problem? He was the only one stepping up. Jamal Murray, Denver's second star, the guy who's supposed to take the pressure off Jokić, had another rough night, shooting just 6 for 17 from the field. And let's not forget, without Aaron Gordon, Denver's depth issues got exposed. The bench just didn't provide enough scoring, and defensively, they looked a step slow all night. Jokić still put up numbers, but when you're playing a deep, well-balanced team like OKC, one superstar isn't enough. This game was a reminder Denver is still a top-tier team, but right now they're looking dangerously close to a one-man show. And in the brutal Western Conference, that's not going to cut it. So, is the MVP race over? Not yet, but let's be real. If Shai Gilgeous-Alexander keeps dominating like this, leading the best team in the West, and showing up big in high-stakes matchups, it's going to be tough to argue against him. Right now, the Thunder are rolling. They've got depth, chemistry, and a superstar who's playing out of his mind. Meanwhile, the Nuggets, they're searching for answers. The gap between these two teams just got a whole lot wider, and with the playoffs around the corner, the pressure is on. But what do you think? Is SGA the MVP favorite now? Can the Nuggets bounce back and make a serious push? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more NBA breakdowns. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.